So guys, we're back with another This Week in Destiny breakdown video, a little bit later than usual, but we have a lot to go over here today. First up, Epic Raid Prep. So we have a load of information to cover here about what's banned, what stuff you need to know about the Epic Raid before jumping in, and all of that. We have further portal and progression improvements, a Banshee voiceover update, as well as trials and a whole load of other stuff. So let's first jump in here with the Epic Raid, which launches on September 27th at 10 AM PT. First things first, entry requirements. All players need to own the Edge of Fate expansion and will need to have completed the Desert Perpetual base version, but will be Fireteam leader only. A Fireteam of 6 players is needed to launch the activity, and players who wish to play the raid with less than 6 players will need to start the raid and then have one of their players leave the activity. Additionally, Fireteam power will be disabled during contest, and players are recommended to have a minimum of 300 power level. Players below will see their damage output reduced against the Epic Raid combatants and will receive increased damage. Contest mode improved loot. Contest is the upper echelon of Destiny PvE challenges, so for Desert Perpetual Epic Raid launch weekend, all loot in contest mode will drop at tier 5 for the first clear and tier 4 with a chance at upgrading to tier 5 for every run thereafter. Featured gear and seasonal mods. We've decided to disable the weapon damage and damage resistance bonuses from featured gear, but allow seasonal mods in the Epic Raid. All Epic Raid encounters have also been tuned with this in mind. Next up here we have the list of currently banned raid items for the Epic Contest Mode raid race. The first one being the Bastion Exotic Fusion Rifle, then the 1-2 Punch perk, Haliatus Legendary Rocket Launcher, any lightweight legendary sword, and the Ergo Sum exotic sword. Then there's 2 emblems to earn. By completing the Epic Raid within 48 hours, you will get the Fractured Timeline emblem, which is this one right here. And then for any person who completes the Epic version of the raid on normal mode, or just at any time after the 48 hours, you will get the After the Unknown emblem, which you can see also right here. Both look very, very cool. Then you'll also have the belt for the world's first team to complete the epic version, which is just a silver version of the world's first belt for the normal raid. Then you have following the race, you can go onto all these different streams and watch as people cover the raid race. But for anybody who watches a Destiny 2 stream for 1 hour from September 22nd to September 28th, you'll be able to earn the Gnarled Tendrils emblem as a Twitch drop. So you can watch any streamer to get this emblem. Next, reminder for the world first rules. Streaming is required, but only 1 member of the 6 Fireteam members must stream. The stream must be on YouTube, Twitch, or Bilibili. The stream must be set to video on demand or VOD. Game audio must always be on, but players may mute their voice audio, and the team member who streams cannot black out or hide their screen or portions of their screen outside of the designated areas showcased in our guidelines below. Next, updated stream overlay. So there was a lot of backlash going over the overlay that they released, so they made some changes to it, and it now looks like this. So your webcam and chat will be over here in the right hand side. All of your buffs and debuffs will be blocked as well. So this is a much better looking overlay. I believe the last one was a bit buggy because they set it to like a certain FOV type. So if you had maxed out FOV, certain stuff wouldn't be hidden. So this one looks a lot cleaner. And if you're going to be using this for the raid race, you can download it right here in the TWID. Obviously then they go over security and moderation and validation for the raid race and all that they're going to be validating it, so they'll need to wait for official confirmation for when they announce who won the raid race. Then you obviously have Bungie rewards for the Epic Raid. Anybody who completes the Epic Raid will be able to purchase the Epic Raid Race Ring, which does look very, very nice, I might say, but it's probably going to cost a lot of money. Then you've also got the raid jacket, bag, pins, all that good stuff. Now we have bringing back the raid night. They have some updates here directly from the raid and dungeon team. So first up, when the Epic Raid launches on September 27th, the Desert Perpetual will have 2 weekly challenges. The first can be completed in either version, which unlocks a second in the Epic Raid. These challenges will grant bonus rewards in each encounter based on the number of feats you have active. This bonus gear will drop with upgraded tier and seasonal power. So you have number of feats there and the bonus gear tier that you will receive, and your current and weekly gear power rewards that you will also get. Then you have improving the raid gear and feat experience. In addition to weekly bonus incentives, we're improving all gear drops from Desert Perpetual. Starting with the release of the Epic Raid, all gear in Desert Perpetual will drop at tier 3 with an increased chance of upgrading based on the number of active feats. As you can see, the more feats you have, the higher chances you are to get tier 4 and tier 5 gear as well as more spoils, which is very, very nice. And then they also mention at the end here that they're going to be increasing the impact to encounter rewards for the Cutthroat Combatants modifier. Now it will effectively count as 2 feats. Note this will not count towards any triumph progress for clearing the raid with multiple feats active though. Then they go over the full clear reset change that was made. So for those who want to farm out the raid and get constant loot, you will be able to do that as long as you're doing completed repeat runs of the raid, which is very, very nice. Then they go over upcoming portal and progression changes. So speeding up the power climb with the update coming on October 14th. This will be update 9.1.5.1. These changes will focus on solo ops, fireteam ops, and pinnacle ops. They'll work to make similar changes for Crucible and Perpetual in a later patch. Almost every grade for each power range is getting their power drops improved, whether you're just getting started or pushing your way to the last few steps before power cap. So here you can see the difficulty options, the milestones, the ranges of power level that these difficulties are set at, and then you'll see the reward tiers here and how much of a level boost you'll get from each reward. And then just some notes here: grades at or below B, C+, and C will not grant powerful engrams on Ultimate, Grandmaster, and Master difficulties respectively. No change compared to update 9.1.0.2, and grade A+ is only available from 450 power to 550 power. Next, bonus engrams give score rewards. With the update coming on October 14th, the bonus rewards, or the bonus engrams, the ones that are on green on the portal, will now actually give power towards your actual light level, which is very, very nice. What that means is that the extra bonus engram rewards you get on top of your completion prizes will now have the same power as the engrams from the chest. How good these exact rewards are will depend on your grade, so activities with bonus engrams will always give you a chance to earn more rewards that will progress your power level further than before. This is a great, great change, and it's going to make just grinding out, generally leveling, much, much better. New portal difficulty tuning. They're basically updating the deltas for solo fireteam and pinnacle ops, making it so that challenge modifiers will no longer adjust the activity combatant delta by 10 or 20. Instead, they will only increase the projected score and add the described effect to the game. This way you can choose modifiers solely based on their effects and score bonuses without worrying about making combatant power more difficult. Also, new difficulty delta caps will be set for advanced, expert, master, grandmaster, and ultimate difficulties that are lower than what players were generally forced to play when using challenge modifiers. Please note that as a result of these changes, players will no longer be able to over-level PvE activities in Portal Ops. We are trading this aspect off the system for a more consistent combatant power experience as you earn new tiers of gear to grow stronger, more freedom to select the mods you want for the grades you're targeting, and decreased difficulty across the mid to high tier difficulty levels. This will notably result in easier activities when playing Master, Grandmaster, and Ultimate. So the list of new deltas for normal difficulty delta is going to be 0, Advanced is -10, Expert -15, Master -20, Grandmaster at -25, and Ultimate at -30. Then for matchmaking and quick play improvements, matchmaking will retain fixed power levels, but they're adjusting the fixed power for Expert and above to match the new delta caps for activity customization. Expert difficulty fixed power -15, Master -20, Grandmaster 25, and Ultimate 30. Then they go over some other changes, so timers will be removed from match-made portal activities, and the 5% minimum time bonus has been incorporated into these activities. Locked loadouts will be removed from master level quick play activities. We're allowing join in progress for Grandmaster and Ultimate difficulty activities. We're streamlining challenge modifiers, boons, modifiers, and banes. So Expert will have 1 challenge, 1 boon, 2 banes. Master, 2 challenges, 1 boon, 2 banes. Grandmaster will go with 3 challenges, and Ultimate will now have 4 challenges alongside 1 boon and 2 banes. Conquests will retain their difficulty, however, so all of those delta changes aren't going to be affecting conquests. So Expert is going to stay at -20, Master -30, Grandmaster -40, and Ultimate -50. 50. Next up though, they have a catch-up chest, so when the update rolls out on October 14th, they're going to be adding a chest for people to go and grab some portal gear that will set you at power 300, as well as an amount of unstable cores. But if you're above that power level, you'll get a powerful engram instead, which is great. Then they go over a casting update for Banshee 44, so a lot of people noticed that the voice had been changed, and they have cast Ian Gregory as the new voice for Banshee 44. Then they go over that the Cold Fusion Trials, Burden of Guilt, will be the featured weapon for Trials when it comes back to the game tomorrow, and it's a reprised Stasis Adaptive Frame Fusion Rifle. Then they've got some Displate Collectors Fests going on for the Epic Raid, so there's a whole lot of stuff you can get there if you are interested. And with all that said, that is it for this week's TWID. A bit of a long one, but there was a lot of information that I wanted to cover here today. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I would very much appreciate it. But with that all said, I'll see you all in the next one.